Welcome back to Portland Today. In today's Penny Pinchers, we're breaking down one of the big foundations of financial health, and that is your credit score. Brent Petty of Northwest Capital Management joins us with what we really need to know about it. And Brent, let's start with this. Why do we really need to care about our credit score?
That's a good question, Ashley. Actually, it's more related to folks that are in the market for consumer debt. So if they're going to take out a car loan or potentially get a mortgage, credit score is going to impact your interest rate.
And then it really matters at that point for those big key purchases.
Right, because they base like interest rates or something on how good your credit
the probability
score is,
that you're going to be a good borrower
Okay.
and make timely payments and pay off your balance.
What are some of the big factors, I guess, that go into either bringing it up or down?
Number one factor is credit payment history. So have you been making your payments on time and in a consistent manner? That's usually each credit bureau has slightly different scoring methodologies, but that usually is the largest weighted portion of their formula is, are you making your payments on time and consistently?
Because they want to be paid on time and consistently.
That's right. Other factors would be the amount of your debt, how long your credit history has been around or open, how many credit revolving credit cards or types of debt do you have access to. That has a lesser degree, but still factors in the overall score.
Where do you think is the safest place I should go, or the most reliable or trustworthy place to really see what my actual score is? Because I know there are several different numbers to it.
Right.
It can be intimidating.
It's confusing. There's
three major credit bureaus. The Equifax, which had a big breach last year, was in the headlines. And TransUnion is just two of the three. You can go to their sites and request a free credit report credit report, which is the ultimate factor in your credit score, for free every 12 months. So you can go check with them, and that's probably a great place to start. The other place that is fairly unknown to folks is with your credit card company. A lot of times they will provide your credit score free of charge.
Oh,
interesting.
And it's important to look at it, right? Because things can be on there that are not correct,
That's exactly
or you can check and see if there's any fraud occurring.
And it's good to know from the three major credit bureaus, your score may slightly differ. If your score was significantly different with one of the three organizations, you would want to look into why that is happening. And a couple things that could be that, they may have some different information on there, like change of last name, or you had a piece of debt that was removed and they just haven't updated quickly.
Okay.
Or more importantly, somebody might have committed fraud or something like that. You want to look into that divergence.
Because I do wonder that. You have three of them you check, and sometimes they can vary quite a bit. Is there one of the three that you should trust more? Because obviously I'm going to look at the one that's higher and think, oh, good.
It really depends on what your lender is going to utilize. And so check with your lender. Which organization do you pull your credit score from? That's the one you're going to care about for that particular financing you're going through.
So you look, it's not so great, right?
Yeah.
Let's say it's not so great. What can you do that will have the greatest impact the fastest? Like if somebody's looking to buy a house in a year or in 6 months or something like that.
It's a great question. A couple of things as perspective is your credit score doesn't change that quickly.
Okay.
Typically what will help is if you will drive your credit score down is if you defaulted or if you fell behind on payments. So the quickest thing you could do is get current and stay current. That's going to improve your score the quickest. Do not do things like shut down credit cards on a short-term basis trying to raise your score.
Right, that seems like it would work.
It would seem logical, but it actually doesn't move the needle that much. Or if you have a relatively short credit history, you're young or whatever, then don't open up a bunch of credit cards that you don't need trying to increase your credit exposure.
Because you hear that too. Oh, you need more credit. You need more sources for it.
It's a fine balance of having enough credit, making your payments on time, staying current is the best bet.
So even if you have a lot of debt, maybe can't really get ahead, at least if you're making maybe a little bit more than the minimum payment consistently, that's really the best option?
That's right. And if you do have a blemish on your record, understand that even if you get that payment completely paid off, you had a delinquency, it'll stay on your report for 7 years.
Oh, gosh.
Wow, that's...
Okay, so you're right. It's not fast to fix. So
that's right. And that's part of when we talk about financial education and knowledge for kids is helping them take their first steps in credit and not getting over the front of their skis and having a bad mark on
Absolutely.
Right.
It's nonetheless, even if you aren't looking for a house or a car right now, you never know when you'll need to get a line of credit. So it's always good to just check.
That's right.
So Brent Petty, Northwest Capital Management, thank you for the great advice.
Thank you.